Baby, we live like a motherfucker. You feel me? We live, baby. You
Yeah,
talk
baby.
about 2, 3, 4
Two, three,
minutes.
4 minutes.
We all
Let's
right
go,
Do your
now.
man.
thing.
Let's
Do your
get
thing
it
while we
then.
talking, bro. Do
Do
your
your
thing while
thing
we
while we
talking.
talking. What
Y'all
is
crazy,
good?
bruh. Y'all crazy. Hey,
Hey,
y'all, we back at it again, baby.
Man,
Gawdscast with these goofballs right here, man. My favorite. Justin, Dan, you know what I mean? You know how it is. But yeah, we wanted to launch off this Godscast here because we've been getting smothered with questions. I'm talking about thousands of people asking questions, but it seems like the same like 5, 10 questions, right? So definitely love to get into it. But how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good. I don't know about Justin, but I'm ready, dude. I'm ready for this week, man.
I don't know about Justin. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
don't know about Justin, man. Yeah, but I'm ready, dude. Let's go. Let's get it. And man, I'm excited. Let's go.
I'm excited for this week because obviously in week one, what happens is everybody overreacts, and the one things that they got right, they're the goats on, and then whatever they got wrong, it's the end of the world, and it's time to panic. And I'm like, y'all realize that fantasy football is a very long season, it's 17 weeks. So if this would have happened in week 8, y'all probably not panicking about your players. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's time in this season. So I'm not panicking on a lot of the guys. I'm not trading them for the low. There's only one player I'm really concerned about, but that's because his quarterback got hurt.
Oh, and we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Just a little spoiler alert. But yeah, man, people on TikTok are going crazy. You know, calling people out, and I'm like, bruh, it's week fucking one.
We had that lame ass on our motherfucking page talking about, don't trust the gods. They got Allen Robinson and Gabe Davis right. Like, bro, it's been 1 week. It's been 1 week, man.
Yeah,
It's
chill,
been
dog. Like,
1 week,
I
bro.
mean, I don't take no advice from a Cowboy fan. Number one, and number two,
Oh,
like he's predicting the Raiders win it, and the Chiefs don't make the playoffs in their division. Bro, come on, man. I can't take this guy seriously.
I
This
don't
is
give a shit about his take. I
obviously
don't
a
give a shit
troll.
about dude's
Troll.
take. And honestly, he took up too much of our God's cast, bro. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
let's get into it, man. We got some breaking news here, and hold on, I'm about to go live on TikTok right here
Yo,
on
and
the
I'll join you on there
Godscast.
too, fam.
Yeah. So yeah, we live out here on TikTok and we over here on the Godscast live too. Everybody on TikTok, hop over to Godscast on YouTube, show us some
Yo.
love there. But let's jump into some surprising news. A lot of people got caught off guard with the Michael Pittman being ruled out.
Yeah.
Yo, what do you guys think about that?
Oh
Dan, what do
man,
you think?
horrible. I've been a big Pittman advocate this year. Drafted him in a lot of leagues, and it just sucks. It sucks to have a guy that just really broke out in week one,
Mm.
kind of doing things that we thought, hey, he was going to do, and it's just horrible. Did it in practice, so I mean, it sucks. But hey, whatever. Let's move on.
Yeah, we got to move
Yeah,
on, man. And you
yeah.
know what? And I know a lot of people are not in on Paris Campbell, but it's Paris Campbell season at least for 1 week. We getting a high dose of Paris Campbell and Naheem Hines. Go get those guys. Feel comfortable. I'm not saying go out and expect Michael Pittman production from Paris Campbell, but he's a guy. If you get 4 to 5 catches out of him, 60 yards, if you get 10 to 15 points, I think it's a solid play.
That's facts. That's facts. So Paris Campbell's a dude you're picking up for sure.
Oh yeah, I picked up Paris Campbell. I started him in the Gods League. I'm starting him at flex, and so I had the option of him or Claypool. I like Claypool's upside, but give me Paris Campbell because I think he has a safe floor this week.
Okay, yeah. So in the Discord, we've been getting some questions on him too. Paris Campbell, people trying to decide between Paris Campbell, DJ Chark, and
Yeah.
and I'm going Paris Campbell. Like I think he's going to be leaned on a little bit. I got him as like eight catches and 86 yards, somewhere around there. If he gets a tug, he's good, man. But they're going to have to rely on him through the air.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Taco. Michael Pittman is officially out, so he ruled out. It's done. It's over with. Better to rule him out now, so that way you guys can make changes. It's Saturday. You guys can make changes, and then move on for next week. So hopefully, you had Michael Pittman as your wide receiver 2 or 3, and you'll
Yes,
still
sir.
be okay.
Shout out to the homie MM Sports Picks was good. Thomas or Sutton in the flex. I'm assuming that's Michael Thomas and Cortland Sutton. I'm probably still rocking with Cortland Sutton this week.
Oh, okay. All right. We got a lot of love on here on TikTok as well. My man, we got Burkhead or Damian Harris in the flex. I'm going Burkhead. I'm still going Burkhead, right? He's getting a lot of love in the reception game.
Yeah.
Damian Harris, to me, is just I'm fading him all around.
Yeah, I got Trey Lance or Brady. I'm going to go with Trey Lance in this one. I think bounce-back game. I don't like Brady in losing all of his receivers. It seems like, Mike Evans kind of banged up. I know Mike Evans should be okay, but, no Godwin. It's not looking good for Brady. So go with Trey Lance. Mike Thomas or DK, I'm still going to rock with Mike Tom. Looks like he's back. He's ready to roll, and I just like the quarterback situation.
Yes, sir.
Facts. So,
I got one real quick. Naheem Hines with Pittman and Pierce out, or go with Michael Carter. I'm also starting Jonathan Taylor, though. I probably would rock with Michael Carter in that one, just a safer floor. They're going to utilize him. He's got the starting role right now. So LeBron's elephant, go with Michael Carter, man.
Yes, shout out B Joe right there. Fantasy gods are the dopest. Man, you already know what it is.
Hey, that's love, dog.
You had to get somebody handsome on the live over here, too, so we did. But we got a question: Renfro or Ayuk? I'm gonna go with Ayuk, and I like him in a bounce back game. He was in a monsoon, still getting used. They utilize him in the run over there, but I have him as a bounce back game. So stick with Ayuk. Paris, Dotson, or Penny in the flex. Now I'm going with Paris. I'm going with Paris Campbell. Yeah, straight up. Paris Campbell, yeah, it's good.
Y'all hating on this Yankees hat, bro. It's just a hat, man. But this shit fire too, bro. It's a little different, but it's fire. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just matters. Sometimes just being clean matters.
Yeah, you're right, man. At the end of the day, you got to rock. I mean, the guys love our hats, bro. We love hats, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to get it fresh fitted for sure.
We old school
Bradley
with the fitteds.
What's up, guys? Paris Campbell or DJ Chark? And we talked about this. I think Paris Campbell seems like the play. A lot of weapons in Detroit, so it's tough to trust. I think Paris Campbell gets leaned on. Is Michael Pittman officially out? Yes, he is. Yeah. Ashton Dulin. I could see Ashton Dulin being okay. I could see it, but at the end of the day, it's like, why take a risk on a guy like he's kind of third, fourth on the depth chart? Like, there's no real reason.
Let me tell you, Ashton Dulin.
Wait and see about Ashton Dulin.
Let me tell you, Ashton Dulin's stat line: 3 catches for 35 yards. If you get more than that out of him, it's a dub. You ain't getting more than that out of him.
You ain't getting more. And yeah, man, we answered that question also in the chat, Bradley. In the Discord, man, it's the same thing. Paris Campbell over DJ Chark. Yeah, you want to go with Paris Campbell. He was eating in the past.
Yep.
DJ Chark's a lot of mouths to feed. I mean, he may get lucky, but count on him to lean on Paris Campbell.
Yeah, rapid fire real quick. I got a couple. Hollywood or Dillon for the flex. Rock with AJ Dillon. Michael Carter or Singletary. Rocking with Michael Carter over Singletary. Brandon Cooks, Christian Kirk, Bateman, or A-Rob in full point PPR. I'm still going with A-Rob in that one. I know that ain't the popular opinion, but give me A-Rob. Carter, James Robinson, Montgomery, or Waddle pick 2. Give me Carter and Waddle.
Okay, I got a few here. Let me go ahead and okay, so we got just clear this.
You asking before you get to that, P? You asking private conversation. If you are not following the Fantasy Gods, it's on YouTube. We got the full conversation. Dan is on YouTube too. Make sure you guys subscribe to both our channels, and we having a full ass conversation about players that you can start or sit. We'll answer your questions too. Make sure y'all follow us: Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. We on all of it right now.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Because we got a bunch of things to get into. We'll get to your questions also in between these players that we want to talk about. But first player that I got lined up here, a lot of questions we've been getting on CeeDee Lamb, right? So, like, if you're that CeeDee Lamb owner, chances are he's your wide receiver 1 or 2. And, I mean, where are you guys at with his situation? Like, realistically, if you have him, are you panicking? If you don't have him, is he a trade target? Dan, what are your thoughts, man? Give me some feedback.
I think for me, he instantly becomes a wide receiver 3 with kind of upside at this point. Like, I can't lock him in as a wide receiver 1 or 2. Like, I just can't do it. You have to put him there, but he has the talent to kind of win out. But at the same time, it's that old, you need a quarterback to be somewhat relevant. And we have no idea who this guy is. Cooper Rush, like, he could throw for 4 interceptions in the first quarter and they get booted. Like that's the type, like that's his floor, right? So to me, you have to value CeeDee Lamb as wide receiver 3. Great opportunity to buy him if you have a lot of depth and you feel like, hey, I could stash it. CeeDee Lamb is now the new DeAndre Hopkins, right? So he's going to get Dak back this year. It's going to happen, but it's kind of like, okay, Dak's injury, D-Hop's suspension, like at the end of like, week 6, week 7, you're going to get good production, but you have to wait. Unfortunately, that's how I see it. If you have CeeDee Lamb, hold him.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb to me is actually a fade. I know a lot of people are going to say hold or kind of buy low, but to me, I'm fading the situation. I'm not trusting Cooper Rush, excuse me. And for next 2-3 weeks at least, you're probably getting lower tier production, and it's not like he was good when Dak was in there anyway. So I think there's a lot of growth that has to happen with CeeDee Lamb, and I'm not writing him off for his career, but I think as a young receiver, he still needs time to develop, and we're seeing that. Not everybody can come in and be Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. So I think that he's a good receiver. I think he'll pan out. He's young. It's going to take time. I'm not buying him this year.
So when you say go get a little bit more into that, right? Because when you're talking about growth, like what do you mean? Like what are you seeing from him?
Yeah, so when I look at CeeDee Lamb, taking on that number 1 coverage, he had Amari Cooper on the other side of him last season. And this year, there's no other viable receiving threat, so he's going to get a lot of coverage rolled to him. He's going to face a lot of number 1 corners. And some of that takes adjusting. And I think people just assume CeeDee Lamb, myself included, thought CeeDee Lamb would come in and adjust and be a dog. He doesn't have necessarily the same size. He doesn't have some of the same physical traits as a Jamar Chase or some of these other guys. Justin Jefferson's just that damn good. Yeah. And the system also allows for it. Like Dak isn't the same quarterback as some of these other guys. I think people crown Dak a little bit too early too. So when I really think about it and scale everything back, I had CeeDee Lamb as my wide receiver 6 coming into the year, and he's down a lot from there. He's probably 7 or 8 spots even lower than that now. So I got him as a high-end wide receiver 2, back-end wide receiver 1 if you're feeling froggy. But it's not the same as – he doesn't have that 1,500-yard, 10 touchdown upside that – I thought potentially he would this year, so I gotta claim my L on that one.
Okay, all right, claiming L's, huh? You doing that early? I ain't mad.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
No, it's good. I gotta take an L. Ain't nothing wrong with an L, bro.
No, I mean, I don't think it's an L. I think at the end of the day, like injuries, you can't factor injuries as an L. Like like let's just see what happens when Dak comes back. If CeeDee Lamb doesn't produce with Dak, then that's an L to me. Like that's how I look at it. Like I don't ever.
90. I'm talking. If you have CeeDee Lamb on your team right now, I'm not holding out hope. I'm not waiting until Dak gets back to be like, oh, this is good. It's 90 cents on the dollar. If I can flip CeeDee Lamb and get another viable player with talent, I'm doing that right now. That's what I'm talking about. Taking the L. If he pans out, cool. Let him pan out on somebody else's team. I'm not betting on it.
For sure.
So let me ask you something though, just really quick on CD, right before we move on, because this is a huge topic. A lot of people talking about this. How is his situation different from somebody, another elite or high valued wide receiver with a trash quarterback, right? Like if we compare him to like DK's situation, how are you so high on DK yet one game into the fucking season you're chalking CD away?
I can answer that. Look, it's all about Geno Smith. You got a veteran quarterback that's in a system that's built around like safe plays, and so with that, DK can do things that CD can't. He's obviously a year older. He's got more experience. He's shown that he's still a good route runner. He's always top in yards per route run if we want to talk about statistics and elite numbers. But CD's still growing, and it's okay. Like most receivers take 3 years to break out. So to me, that's kind of how I look at it. It is different. It's a different way to see it for the system.
When I look at CD versus DK, you also had to draft DK and like he's your wide receiver 15, wide receiver 20 range. Like you weren't paying at a premium price tag for CD Lamb. Right now, CD Lamb, you had to draft CD Lamb as your wide receiver 6 or wide receiver 7. That's the difference, is that there was a lot of expectation that he could take the next step and be a top 3 wide receiver if everything panned out because of his quarterback situation. His quarterback situation has deteriorated and people still have him as a wide receiver 1. You got to put him now in that DK Metcalf range. There's nothing. I'm not saying DK Metcalf doesn't have upside, but that's the same week-to-week floor and ceiling that DK has now. It's pretty similar to me.
Okay, so you have him in a similar light as DK after all this stuff went down.
100%.
Okay, yeah, I see that as comparable, right? I see DK. I know he has a better quarterback, but they are also passing the rock a lot more and spreading it around in Seattle, whereas all they have really until Gallup gets back is CD and Dalton Schultz. So why wouldn't he be higher?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't he be higher?
Like, why wouldn't he? Like, why are you looking to get rid of him? I guess if for 90
So
cents on the buck, if he
good point.
is like he's the only person there. Like,
Good point.
realistically.
Good point. So the talent is necessarily like it's different than DK. DK can go get you touchdowns. CD is more reliant on like I need yards, I need catches, and when you don't have the quarterback situation to do that, and you haven't handled that coverage before, we've seen DK handle number one coverage. We've seen him be a dog no matter what. We're still waiting on CD Lamb. There's that word potential that we're throwing around CD Lamb. We have not seen that from him yet. We've seen it from DK Metcalf his entire career with Russ. So we know the potential can be matched. We don't know the potential can be matched with CD Lamb. We haven't seen him get 10 touchdowns. We haven't seen him in that 1,300 to 1,500 yard range. So until I see that, I have to scale him back, even if he's the only guy there.
Facts, and potential. It's a good word, but it just means you ain't done shit yet. So
facts.
Absolutely.
Facts, bro.
All right.
I got a question on the Discord. Yeah. It says Mike Williams for CD. You taking that? That's 90 cents on the dollar. You taking that?
That ain't 90 cents on the dollar. That's 75 cents on the dollar.
Oh! After last week? Damn.
Yo, but it's close though. It's close though. I ain't gonna lie. It's closer than it. I might consider that. I ain't gonna lie.
All right. Okay. All right. Hunt, DK, Rashad, Amari, A-Rob, full PPR. I still like Kareem Hunt is probably the one that gets you the most, but I also can see A-Rob getting a good bounce back game. So I like either one there. Pick 2, you got Bateman, Paris Campbell, Miles Sanders. I think you still got to stick with Bateman and Miles. I'm not gonna go cute and go Campbell just yet. I have Brandon Cooks as a flex over. You got to have Brandon Cooks for sure over Paris Campbell, Jeff Wilson, or Darrell Henderson. I'm gonna still go with Henderson because for me against Atlanta, trash, and Akers is not there yet, so go with Henderson. And same thing, Corey, go with Henderson. Brandon Cooks or Adam Thielen. I like both, but I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks. He keeps getting disrespected every year, so give me Brandon Cooks in that one. And then thoughts on Greg Dortch. I'm not picking him up. He's chase the rabbit type receiver. Yeah. Don't even fuck with Greg Dortch.
Yeah, Greg Dortch is mid. We got Henderson or Zeke. Rock with Zeke on that one. Pick 2, Mike Evans, T. Higgins, Gabe Davis. A-Rob, DJ Moore. Go with Mike Evans and T. Higgins. Start 1, Sutton, Henderson, or Jeff Wilson Jr. Start Sutton. Amari Cooper or Ayuk. Go with Brandon Ayuk easily. Sutton, Waddle, Gibson, and Gabe Davis. Pick 2. Gabe Davis has an injury, so that's something to look out for. I'd go with Sutton and Gibson, to be honest. I don't feel good about it, but I like the matchup there. Let's see. And then last ones, I got Najee or Sanders. I'm picking Najee in that one. And then Winston or Lance. I'm picking Trey Lance, baby. Let's go.
All right, I got
Alex Gonzalez, you going thumbs down. You're getting blocked, homie. Yeah. Blocked your ass.
Hey, block him, son.
Blocked your ass, homie.
You thought.
Okay, can I confidently start Chubb and Hunt in PPR, 2 RBs, 2 flex? I think you can. It depends on what else you got in your bench, but I mean, if that's what you got, then you roll them out. Brady or Penny flex? Are you talking about the QB Brady? If it's a super flex, then QB, yeah.
There ain't no Brady.
Yes. Okay, so we got Fournette or Gibson. I'm going Fournette. Henderson, Jones, or Chubb. Pick 2. I'm going Chubbs. I'm going Jones and Chubb. Combine them both in one. We got what the hell is happening right now? Man, the Gawdscast is happening right now. You know what time it is? Yeah, so you already know. Montgomery or Gibson? Ty Montgomery you talking about? I'm going Gibson right there. Claypool, Renfro, Duvernay flex. I'm going Claypool, and I think I'm going Renfro right there.
Yeah, not Duvernay.
Duvernay is a little flash and plan. Judge Triple Crown, maybe, baby. He's lighting it up. All right, so what we got over here?
Yeah, so is OJ Howard worth picking up, or is he hit or miss? I think he's definitely hit or miss. I mean, he wasn't doing anything at Bills camp. We cut him for a reason.
Yeah.
I think that's just kind of fake. But congrats to OJ Howard. He's probably going to get a year contract out of that one. Let's see. Should I claim Everett off of waivers and drop Gesicki? I actually really like Everett this year. I think that with Keenan Allen still missing time, why not? Tight ends are very, very difficult. If you did not if you did not follow what we were preaching and grabbing the elite tight ends early. I don't know what you're doing, but if you were that type of person, then go ahead and get Everett, man. Start Bateman tomorrow. Absolutely start Bateman.
Yeah,
Jerry
Bateman's
Jeudy
good.
and Antonio Gibson for Derrick Henry. I would ship that. Go ahead. Go get the king, man. If you're 1 week and the king doesn't do anything, I'm gonna go get Derrick Henry. Give me King Henry and go win
Big
your
facts.
leagues.
You might be able to wait a week on that.
Yeah, you could. Pick one: Brees Hall, Julio, Melvin Gordon. I'm going to go with Brees. I like the fact that he was a receiving back. I think he's going to get worked in moving forward. He's going to get you at least five catches because he got 7 last year and last week. And I like Brees Hall. And last one, AJ Hollywood Brown or AJ Dillon. Give me AJ Dillon, man. I really like Dillon.
Yeah, if you guys are on the TikTok, make sure y'all hop over to the YouTube, the Fantasy Gods YouTube. Go subscribe, man. If you're not subscribed, man, we drop this shit all the time. We go randomly live like this. We're not consistent with it all the time, but we are consistent on Tuesdays and Sundays. Sunday morning tomorrow, we got y'all on the start and sit, man. Make sure y'all tuned in.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's get into this situation here. Wanted to talk about a few people to talk about on the Rams, right?
Yeah.
So we've seen them play Thursday. They look like shit. But how are you guys really feeling about Cam Akers? Like, realistically, let's say if you had him, similar situation. Justin, you actually do have him. What are your real thoughts on him?
Cam Akers to me is a hold. He's not a sell because you have to sell him low, right? So you don't want to just sell him for bottom tier. Somebody has their volume up on one of these. I can hear feedback, but you have to sell them low. So you don't want to sell for the low. You can't sell them for the high. So you got to hold him. And the one thing you're hoping for is that he can make a comeback. He can at least see 10 carries this week. If he sees 10 carries, Cam Akers is still a hold. If he's in that 3 to 5 range, that would be very concerning now that I have Cam Akers. I'm holding for a minimum of 2 weeks. No matter what, I'm holding for 2 weeks. I want to see the usage. That's 3 out of the 13 weeks of the regular season in fantasy. 14, sorry. So it's 3 out of the 14 weeks. I'm holding for the first quarter.
So you don't think the Achilles ain't scaring you?
No, not at all. I think the thing that was scaring that didn't get him playing time was that soft tissue injury. The Achilles, he played through that last year. He had months to recover. So I'm not worried about that. I got him super late. So for me, he's not necessarily a need. If he pans out, he helps your team. In 2 weeks, if he's still getting 3 to 5 carries, drop his ass. It's good to go.
Facts. So let me ask you guys something. I mean, what do you think about that offensive line, though? Right? Even if he is healthy, and you made a good point. It has nothing to do with his Achilles, to keep it real. And there was actually news that came out that he early on in the game he missed a block and got Stafford hit, which is why they sat his ass. But I mean, speaking of Stafford getting hit, like that O-line looks like shit.
Well, was it the O-line or was it the Bills front? I mean, the Bills front has a really good.
The guy in the Bills hat.
I know.
But look, I think if I were to make anything, I'm with Justin. You have to hold the guy for a couple weeks just to see what's going to happen. If he doesn't really get anything, look, he's got to be healthy if they put him out there. That's how I look at it. Like, you're healthy. Now, I don't think he is a health problem. I think it's a confidence issue, if anything. So to me, it's just like, let's see what happens. You can't sell him right now. And if if you're going to sell him for the low, then sell him for the low in 2 weeks. That's just kind of how I look at it.
Facts. I mean, that O-line does scare me. They did lose some veterans out there. He's under pressure, reminiscent of them a few years ago when they had Gawdscast. But let me go over here to TikTok, answer some of these questions here.
Yeah.
Really quick here. We got MT, Brandon Cooks, James Robinson at the flex, MT. Najee or Sanders? I'm going to act like you didn't ask that. Najee. Jahan Dotson or Melvin Gordon at the flex. I do like what Melvin Gordon's seeing. They're splitting 50-50 over there, and he's getting some catches. So I may rock with Melvin Gordon right there. Sutton, Gabe Davis, I'm assuming, or A.J. Dillon, pick 2. I'm going Sutton, and I'm going A.J. Dillon. I think there's a little bit more consistency there with A.J. Dillon. Gabe Davis, I mean, that's a good one. I don't think you could go wrong with either of those 3. ETN at the flex or Olave or Julio. I'm going ETN. His usage was crazy. He was just looking like he had some jitters in there. Don't fade ETN. Penny or Brady at the flex. You asked that a million times, bruh. Let's go with Brady. Zeke or Hines. I'm going Zeke, bruh. I mean, I like what they're doing over there in Dallas in terms of his use. I mean, his usage wasn't bad, but he did look good when he was running. Sheffield Shuffler, what up? What up, boy? Yo,
What's
what's up with you,
good?
man? Hop over here in YouTube and showing some love
That's
as
the
well.
homie.
So, all right, so we got here Curtis Samuels or Bateman. I'm going Bateman, man. He's a clear number one over there. Curtis Samuels looked good, but I'm still going Bateman. All right, now I'll let some more.
Here we go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
rapid fire right
yeah.
now.
Go for it.
Montgomery, Pollard, Dillon, which two? Not Montgomery. Zeke or Hines, rocking with Zeke still. Chase Edmonds or Dotson at my flex. Go ahead, Chase Edmonds. Montgomery, just answered that one. Hollywood or Scary Terry? Give me Scary Terry over Hollywood. Dillon, Jacobs or Henderson, rock with AJ Dillon on that one. CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks, Julio, Samuel Burks, pick 3. God damn, bro, you don't know who to start.
Who do I start?
I'm gonna go with Debo. I'm rocking with Debo, Cooks, and DJ Moore on that one. Burkhead, Jeff Wilson, Bateman. Rocking with Bateman on that one. Love your content, yes sir. Appreciate you, Brody. Let's see. Appreciate the follow. Waddle or Debo Samuel. Rocking with Debo. Zeke or Henderson, give me Zeke. James Robinson or Travis Etienne. I'm rocking with Travis Etienne on that one for the upside in PPR leagues. MT or Debo, do not fade Debo. He'll be fine. Najee or Hunt, give me Najee. Schultz or Higbee, rocking with Higbee on that one. Schultz, I got to see what this QB situation looked like. Smith for Zeke. I don't know what Smith it is, but I'm probably taking Zeke. Julio or A-Rob, going with A-Rob on this one. Don't fade A-Rob. CD or Hollywood. Fuck Hollywood, man. CD.
CD. Hey,
I'm not. Anytime it says Hollywood, I just be like, I don't want to pick him, bro.
I
don't want to pick
no,
him.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
If Trey
right.
does poorly last week in better conditions, like last week in better conditions, they're concerned. No, it's not concerned. Look, at the end of the day, he's just starting out, guys. Like, again, this is kind of his rookie year now. Like, let's keep it real. But they believe in him. I believe in him. Let's go get it.
Yes, sir.
When is Michael Gallup
Big
coming
facts.
back? I think Michael Gallup probably returns a week 4. It doesn't look like he's really ready, but he's getting limited practices, so he's close. Hollywood Brown, AJ Dillon. I like Dillon. Hollywood Brown, AJ Dillon. Geno isn't garbage; is below average. I mean, that's why he's way better than Drew Lock. Yeah, you're right. True.
Facts.
Just stop
Yeah.
by to give the YouTube videos and TikTok videos likes.
Yo, that's love.
Yeah.
While I'm at work. Hey,
yeah.
good looking, man. Appreciate
Appreciate you.
it. Justin, I'm gonna need you to use your code from Pickett. It says it's pending. My username is
You gotta hit a pick it. I ain't pick it.
Smooth.
You just got the code. My bad, Smooth. I wish it was smooth and sailing for you, dog, but it's not.
Start CD,
Ain't looking too
Hollywood,
smooth.
Lazard, or Julio. I think, if Lazard is healthy, bro, I'm ready for the
Yeah.
breakout, man.
You smashing Lazard like that, bro?
If
You
he's
ain't smashing.
healthy, bro.
Hell no. So you.
Big
Hey, hold on, Dan. You smashing Lazard over
If he's-
CD, Hollywood,
healthy.
and Julio?
Send it, bro. Send it. If he's
Why?
healthy.
Why are you going? Hold on. Alan Lazard ain't played all season. Aaron Rodgers looked like he was trash. How are you going to start
Bro.
Alan Lazard over Julio,
I'm
Hollywood, and
Get him,
CD,
Dan.
bro?
Because
Let
you
me
know
know.
what?
man.
Here's the thing. Because what did they do? What did Green Bay's receivers do? Nothing.
Not a
They didn't do
goddamn
shit.
They
Goddamn
did shit,
thing,
bro.
bro. So
Not a
go
goddamn thing.
start Lazard, man.
Hey,
You gotta go
love
start
it.
Lazard, man.
Love it.
So I got offered Devontae Adams, Javonte Williams, Albert
Take it.
O for CD, Swift, Penny, Olave. Oh yeah, I'm taking that. Give me that.
Yeah, I
Give me
didn't even see
Devontae
that.
Adams straight up,
Yeah.
and then you're basically getting the same cat in Javonte Williams and Swift. I love it. Go get Devontae Adams. You have to do that.
Mid for elite.
Got to listen to the God and Justin. That belt looks nice. It's a chain, man, not a belt.
That's a shame, bro. You see that? Hold on, I might have to put that thing on real quick. I might have to put that thing on real quick, bro. Y'all see it? Hey.
God.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, heavy. Hey, it dinner broke my neck. I'm like, bro, this shit's heavy.
Yeah.
That chain looks nice. I had a trade offer to me, Jamar Chase and Barkley, and I get Cup and Penny. Absolutely not. Keep Jamar Chase and Barkley, and this is why you are going to win your leagues, because you're drafting like we would draft Jamar Chase and Barkley.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow.
Last one here. Who should I start? Pick 2: Mike Evans, T. Higgins, Gabe Davis, A-Rob, DJ Moore. I think we answer this one. I think you got to go with Mike Evans and T. Higgins for me.
go
Like,
with
as
your
long
guys.
as those guys are healthy,
First two.
that would be the first 2 that I got.
All right,
All right,
run.
y'all. So
You got it. I'm gonna go. Let me go through a couple real quick. CD or Hollywood? I answered that one. It's CD Lambs. Jeff Wilson or Pierce? Go with Jeff Wilson on that one. MT or Jeff Wilson in PPR leagues? I'm going with MT. In regular leagues, I'm going with Jeff Wilson. Mike Evans, start or flex? You can do both, start and flex him. CD or Elijah Moore? Rock with CD Lamb in that one. I missed Landry or Pollard. I didn't see that one come in, but I'm going with Tony Pollard on that one. Waddle or Curtis Samuel? Oh shit. Waddle or Curtis Samuel? Go with Waddle. Excuse me. Damn, sorry, they just flooded in right now. Why no concerns with Najee with Hunt versus the Jets? Because Najee's gonna be solid. He's fine. I'm not concerned about him at all. Kamara or Edmonds? I don't think Kamara's on track to play, so go with Chase Edmonds. I just got here. Should I start Curtis Samuel? If you don't have any better options than Curtis Samuel, I don't mind starting him.
Yeah, let me get through a few here. I bought low on Pitts. What do y'all think? Traded Brandon Cooks. What y'all think? Traded Brandon Cooks and Melvin Gordon. Yeah, get Pitts. He's we still have him as top 2 tight ends.
Get Pitts.
MT or Duvernay. MT, and don't even think about it again. Amon-Ra or DJ Moore. I'm gonna go on Amon-Ra over there. He looks like he's getting utilized pretty good. DJ Moore, I don't know, man. He's not looking good, and I mean I'm not high on DJ Moore regardless. So I traded MT for CD. I got CD now. Did I win the trade? Oh, I don't think so, bro.
We taking MT over CD right now?
I'm taking MT over CD, bro. I'm taking it. Yeah. MT. Motherfuckers forget, bro. Yeah. MT was a top 3 receiver before the injury, before that hiatus. Man. And I mean, he was what? He had limited usage or not a full usage in this last game, and they're still targeting him in the red zone like that. Yeah. He's still looking good mossing these cats. Yeah, give me MT over CD.
I think he only played like 50, 60% of the snaps this game too,
bruh,
which is crazy.
I'm telling you, man, those high value targets mean something, man. Jameis, he could support top wide receivers. I traded, so yeah, I would have kept MT there. Hockenson or Taysom PPR. Ooh, I think Taysom's more of a gadget play. I see Hockenson bouncing back.
Yeah, for sure.
Amon-Ra or DJ Moore. Amon-Ra. Cooks or McLaurin at the flex. I'm going Cooks.
For sure. All right, moving on. We got Dynasty. Should I trade Devontae Adams and Pierce for Eckler, Sutton, Miles Sanders, and a first-round pick? It just depends on your league. Like, are you in win now? Because if you're in win now, I still like Devontae in this trade, but that's a lot for Devontae. Damon Pierce to me is it is what it is. If he hits, he hits. If he's mid. To me, right now, he's Miles Sanders. So it's Eckler, Sutton, and a first for Devontae. I think you got to take that all day.
Good call.
Low-key, bad team that the Texans O-line looked better than the Rams in week 1. Yeah, we'll see about the Texans. See what happens, man. Yeah. Landry or Jeff Wilson. I like Landry, man. He was a PPR stud, man. But, again, Wilson could have like that 100-yard and 2 touchdown or like fucking 20 yards. So, it just depends, man. That Niners scheme is always tough to get at. Colts defense versus the Jags, Panthers defense versus who cares about defenses? No one cares.
I
talked about it earlier. I missed it. Can you guys talk about the wide receiver start question? Ask it again, bro. I don't know where
there's a million wide receiver start questions.
Currently on a date, but I told her I had to watch the Gods.
Gods over dates, bro. Them dates can wait, but you got to win your fantasy match. I love it.
Yeah, Justin Henry's the GOAT. Absolutely.
Jay Hinn's the GOAT? Come on, bro. I love that, bro. Taco Frog, you my
guy. Pollard or Patterson, got to go with Cordero. Who would you say hoarding? Certain position? Is it smart move or selfish? I'm hoarding. I mean, if I have running backs, you got to hoard them. I mean, they're a dime a dozen. Or the elite tight ends. You got to hoard the elite tight ends. Never trade those guys, especially Kelsey. I'm never dealing Kelsey. If I drafted Kelsey, he's on my team at the end.
You trying to talk shit, Dan? Because I traded Kelsey?
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Can't do it.
Yeah, that was
because you don't know how to get that value.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, for sure.
What are your thoughts on Mike Thomas? I'm a Saints fan, so I'm biased. I think he's top 5 when healthy. He's absolutely top 5 when he's healthy, for sure. You got to go with that.
Yeah. I think more like top 10.
Top 10, yeah. He's more top 10 than top 5.
Well, if he had Breeze, for sure he's top 1, right? I mean, like he's proven that he has
Breeze
that
gone,
elite upside.
We were Winston now.
If
Winston still slings it, though. Winston still slings it.
Facts.
Are you blaming the field conditions for Ayuk not getting targets? I'm definitely blaming the field. And the Bears actually have a really good defense. Let's keep it real. Like, the Bears are solid on defense. So don't worry about Trey Lance or even the Niners. Moving
All
on.
right, here we go. I'm about to answer a few more, and we're going to get into the Niners running backs. If you want to talk a little bit about the Niners running backs, there was a lot of questions about Jeff Wilson, TDP, Jordan Mason, who he picking up. So we're going to get in that right after this. I'm going to rapid fire through some questions real quick. Should I start Hunt or Chase Edmonds? I'm probably rocking with Chase Edmonds this week in a good matchup. I think he should get some good volume catch-wise. We saw the Jets running backs get a lot of catches, so I think there could be the same for the Dolphins this week. Sanders or Lazard? Miles Sanders or Lazard? I'm going with Alan Lazard all day. I like his upside if he plays, so just make sure he's playing. Renfro, Ayuk, Travis Etienne, or Curtis Samuel? I'm going with Etienne, Ayuk, Renfro, Curtis Samuel in that order. I feel like Etienne has a pretty safe floor. It was Miles Sanders or Lazard. I'm going with Lazard. Work meeting we can't hear. Alan Lazard. Hopefully I mouthed that okay for you.
Lazard.
Thoughts on starting Jeff Wilson as a flex? We're going to get ready to talk about Jeff Wilson in a second. I think he's a safe play, not an upside play. Kareem Hunt or Deontay Johnson at the flex? Still give me Deontay Johnson on that one in PPR leagues. In standard leagues, I'm going with Kareem Hunt. From a viewer standpoint, not really fun when y'all talk on headphones. Head over to YouTube, Fantasy Gods YouTube. You can see all three of us talking. So there's only one other person talking. If you head to Fantasy Gods YouTube, you'll see us all. Start two, Sutton, Waddle, Gibson, and Gabe Davis. Sutton and Waddle are the starts. Dylan Cooks, Judy at the flex. I'm rocking with Brandon Cooks at that one. This is why y'all have 12 viewers. Sorry it ain't enough for you, dog. We're just trying to help you out. Cooper or Dotson, I'm rocking with Dotson over Amari Cooper. I'm fading Amari Cooper right now. DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, rocking with DJ Moore. Last one oh my God, they keep coming in. Last one I'm going to answer, Zeke or Hines, rocking with Zeke.
All right, let me get through a few here. Ertz or Pat Muth, I'm going Ertz. MT or Bateman, I'm going MT. So Kamara is out, Jay. Woo, that trade not looking good, boy.
1 week, you panic on 1 week, dog? You know me, bro.
Hey, why I'm panicking? It ain't my team.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I got options.
He only plays me, so it's all good.
Yeah, you got motherfucking Pittman out. It's good.
2 losses to 2 gods.
I'll take Kamara out over Pittman out. Send that.
I got
Kamara's
Kamara
like 30
out,
points,
so,
bro.
Kamara out. So should I start Williams or ETN? Yeah, I got my kids busting in here. Williams or ETN? I think I'm going ETN right there. Yeah, but you can't go wrong with either. But I think I'm going ETN. You know, I think I'm going Williams actually. Chase E, or Hunt. Start.
Let them know what it is. Come on, dog.
Yeah, it is, bruh. I'm going Hunt. Kamar, I just answered that question, bruh. Damn, we got him coming in. DJ Moore, Kareem Hunt. I'm going Kareem Hunt. DK Bateman or A-Rob. I'm going Bateman. You can't start DK. Gets on Niners, bruh. No. Kamara is out. Crap. Kamara is out as cap. Oh, is he out or is he not, man? Why y'all playing with me? Just traded Fournette and Albert O for ETN and Andrews. Is that good? Yeah, I mean, I like that. All right, so there was one here I missed. And trade CEH and Amon-Ra for Kelsey. I would do that in a heartbeat. CEH is lightweight to sell high. All right, let's get to it, though, y'all. Keep these questions coming in, and we'll circle back here in a minute. Brees or Lazard, bro. If you don't know, now you know. Lazard. All right, so
get it, boy. My dog, get it.
All right, so yeah, but let's talk about this Niners situation.
Yes, we have to.
Last week they did not look too good in that monsoon. You can put that question up because we're going to talk about it. I'll talk about Trey Lance, but specifically the running backs as well. We got Jeff Wilson. Everybody's rushing. He was the highest grad player, at least on Yahoo. What are your guys' thoughts on him, Jeff Wilson?
Let me take this one because as the resident Niner fan, since there's only one of us here on the channel that's a Niner fan, I'm going to take this one.
Get the fuck out of here. You see that helmet? That's signed by Jay Rice, man.
Hey, I love it. I love it.
Playing.
We got 2 Niner fans on here, man. Shout out to the homie P. But when it comes to Jeff Wilson, he's a guy that the Niners have not invested heavily in, right? We've seen him draft Trey Sermon. We've seen him draft TDP. We've seen him draft other running backs even later in the draft. So when it comes to Jeff Wilson, there's not a lot of confidence that he can get things done. Even though as fantasy players, we've seen him execute at a high level when we needed him most, right, P? So there's times, there's times, you know what I'm saying, where we've seen Jeff Wilson be useful, but this team is trying to win a Super Bowl. This team is trying to win games, and this team is trying to develop players. Right now, Jeff Wilson's just a plug and play. I think that there's a time we will see either TDP or Jordan Mason take over as the main player, the main back. Eli Mitchell's done. For whatever it's worth, Eli Mitchell can't stay healthy. He will not be the guy for the Niners moving forward. But it will be TDP or Jeff Wilson. And I think TDP is going to have more opportunity early to showcase what he can do because he has draft capital. That hasn't really mattered for Shanahan in the past. We saw Elijah Mitchell take over Sermon's role. Now, opportunity and execution are different. So if TDP does well, he'll get the job. If he doesn't, probably Jordan Mason, to be real.
So how early do you think that can happen? If people are picking him up for this week, right?
I would too.
You really no, like I know a lot of people got picked up, right?
Picking him up to play him.
Yeah, but
Okay.
as far as this week, do you see Jeff Wilson being the one out of the 3 running backs that got picked up?
Jeff Wilson's going to have 15 carries, which is what you want to see out of anybody who starts for you. 15 to 20 carries. That's Jeff Wilson this week, unless it becomes a hot hand situation. But you have to play him. He's a starting running back right now. Tyrion Davis-Price was not on the active roster last week, and Jordan Mason saw no carries. He was a special teams guy. So you got to go with the guy who was getting carries last week. It's going to take some time for these other rookies to develop. But 2 weeks from now, we might be having a whole different story.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, I'll just talk about Davis Price. So, like, to me, I'm the same way with Justin. You have to go with the veteran, the guy that knows the playbook, that's been there, done that. Because the Niners need a bounce back game, right? Why risk it with another rookie situation? It's like, they need to win the game, right? It's at the end of the day, it's about winning. So to me, you're going to definitely start the game with Jeff Wilson, probably give him more than he probably deserves. Because I do think Davis Price is a better talent. I think that he can win out. I think that he could be the workhorse back for the Niners, but it's going to take some time. It wouldn't be this game. I'm not playing him this game.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised. So if those other guys are out there on your waiver wire, definitely get Mason, definitely get TDP. Because I do have a sneaky suspicion that one of those guys are going to shine, and then it's going to be over for the rest of the season. They drafted TDP as high as they did for a reason. Yeah, he was a healthy scratch, but Shanahan with those running backs, man, you just never know.
And one thing too, just to note, TDP has familiarity with the zone read too. Like that matters. I think that was a big reason why they drafted him. Trey Sermon also did, which was surprising to see him cut, but it just means that Jordan Mason must have been playing well or had enough juice for the special teams. But TDP does have familiarity with that zone read, so just a quick note on that.
Facts. But let's also get into Trey Lance, right? We covered him a little bit. He didn't look the best, and yeah, it was a crazy storm. And the Bears you got to give them credit in terms of defense. But are you not concerned? And I'll pass this to you, Dan, first. Are you not concerned at all with like some of the accuracy issues you were seeing there?
Well, I mean, again, this is kind of what I was talking about preseason, right? There's that little thing where it's like, okay, this is what he has to work on. He was just like Josh Allen. Josh Allen came into the league with accuracy problems, but similar everything, right? Elite athlete, right. Big, strong arm, can run the ball, and he's got to just work. That's all. He's a rookie. That's how I view it. I think Trey Lance this is his rookie year. So to me, he's going to have those ups and downs, but he has massive upside moving forward.
Exactly.
I'm not worried.
Yeah, you want to see that upside. When it's Trey Lance, I'm not worried about Trey Lance at all. I'm blaming last week 100% on the elements. Like, you have to. Neither quarterback looked good. Neither offense looked good. You saw the conditions on the field. The guys were like playing they were laughing, having fun. It was one of those fun games. It's like a snow game. You can't really judge people off of a heavy snow game. We saw the Pats last year run the ball 47 times or whatever it was and pass twice. So sometimes the coaching takes over in those. They protect their players. We saw Eli Mitchell get hurt in the same field conditions. So I'm not buying last week. This week will tell a lot different story. Even though it's rainy, it's at home against the Seahawks division game. They have to win this game. We'll see how Trey Lance is used. I'll have a lot more to say after this week than last week.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is the fact that he was, in a position to get us back to win the game or get us close right there, right. And he's throwing picks. Does that not concern you one bit?
He's a young player, man. Like Dan mentioned, Josh Allen was doing a lot of the same things, and so maybe the expectations that the fantasy football community put on Trey Lance, maybe expectations that the MVP conversations put on Trey Lance, like there's a lot of high bars that were set, and it's okay. It's okay for young players to develop. It's okay for 4 weeks if he's mid. Like, what's wrong with that? Now, in the back end of your season, this is something to worry about. But he could be elite during that time. It takes young players to get in the field of the game, confident with their weapons. George Kittle was out. Give it time, man.
Big facts, big facts. And one thing I did love, and I'm just, I'm pushing the agenda a little bit, playing devil's advocate, but 13 rushes. Y'all, that's what you want to see, bruh.
Give me that on a clean field.
Give me that on a big
Give
facts,
me that on
big
a clean
facts.
field.
All right, great. So yeah, we're not worried. I want to see Kittle come back, but we ain't worried just yet. Let me run through. Let me run through some of these questions here. Hi, hey, Aaron Jones or Gibson? Aaron Jones.
He said hi. Hi with the nail emoji, didn't you?
No, sir.
He's hi. He said like this. Hi. All right, what's up with Kamara? I think Kamara's good. Will Juju get it together week 3? One of those guys got to pan out, and Juju's the only one on a 1-year agreement, so he better be the one to get it together.
They're all mid. They're all mid.
No, but with that being said, some of them's got to fucking pan out. Like MVS is just like stretching the field. He's been like getting wind sprints in and not even getting looked.
MVS is trash.
He's trash, dog. He's trash.
I ain't gonna hold you. Hey,
you lost, bro. You lost.
Yeah.
I chalked that shit up like 3 weeks ago. But I'm gonna tell you like this though. Juju needs to do something, man, because the type of targets he's been getting are like extremely like just right there, like extremely low value type targets. He needs to do something.
But bro, that's what I'm saying. He's mid. Juju's all the receivers right now for the Chiefs are going to be mid. Like there's not a single Chiefs receiver outside of Travis Kelce that if I started week to week that I'd be like, all right, I feel good about him getting 15 points. And you need that in PPR leagues. Juju's a Hail Mary. He's like, you know what? If he doesn't get a touchdown, he better get 6 catches. And if he doesn't, ass. Like he's complete ass for your team. Hardman, if he don't get a touchdown, he's useless. MBS, he's useless regardless. Sky Moore had no catches last game. Like it's not a knock on the players because I think the talent is there. It's just a knock on a situation. You don't know who to trust for your team, man.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway is Clyde, right? So I think a lot of times, and Justin's hit that all off season. I want to point that out. Like he's okay with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. If you're going to fade the running back position, he was the best target to get, best value, I think, in the later rounds for running back. Great pick for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But yeah, it's going to be tough. Patrick Mahomes is still that dude, and we all knew that Travis Kelce was the number 1 wide receiver. So, I think it's kind of just you knew what you were going to get when you're targeting the Chiefs wide receivers.
Yeah.
All right, great. Let me go to some of these questions here real quick.
Yo, before we get into all these questions, Pete, there's a lot of other stuff. We can cover a lot of these start and sit questions tomorrow. We're trying to get into some topics, too, that have been asked by a lot of people. So there's players that we want to get into. So if you guys ask the questions, don't just leave because we're providing really good information, but also hop on the Fantasy Gods TikTok tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We're going to be answering all your guys' start sit questions, especially with like the injury stuff. We'll have better answers for you tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So another player that we wanted to talk about that's been talked about a lot, Travis Etienne, right? Really high coming into this year. A lot of buzz. And he seemed to kind of lightweight lay an egg, right? He looked like he looked like a first-year player out there, the way he was falling on the ground on all these goddamn routes in the red zone, man. But, people, people are panicking on him.
That's the word.
You see Prophet out there on TikTok getting attacked.
That boy, he done put his whole account on Travis Etienne. Shout out to the Prophet, but he's all in. He said all in. He pushed all them chips in on Etienne, bro.
Oh, that kid Prophet's getting. Hey, but no, hold your head up, Prophet, man.
Yeah, he's solid.
You're getting attacked by a goddamn loser. I'll tell you that, bro.
Yeah,
no cap. That dude's a straight nerd. But with that being said, what are your guys' thoughts, right? Tell the people about Travis. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, Travis Etienne is going to be okay. You know what I mean? I think there was some expectation that he could enter this top 10, top 5 conversation. It was just premature. We had to see the offense. He's going to be solid, though. Doug Peterson's going to make sure he eases in slow. And we forget, he's coming off of a major injury, too. Everybody was concerned about James Robinson. They're not going to just throw 20 touches at this guy. So if you have ETN, he's solid, man. He's solid, and just know that his workload is going to increase as the season goes on, and his production will increase, too. He also had 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. One was an overthrow, one was a drop. Young player mistakes from both him and Trevor Lawrence. They'll tighten it up as the season goes on. And if Dan, if you don't believe that, bro, send him my way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I have to say, like, you know, Travis Etienne, he looked explosive on the field, and that's what you want to see coming off an injury.
Yep.
Like, how does this guy look? And he still started the game. So to me, like he beat out James Robinson in camp, and James Robinson was the veteran guy that, you know, started out and really should have kept the starting job. I don't know why they took Travis Etienne in the first round the year that he was drafted, but to me, it's you got to hold Travis Etienne. Hopefully, he's your wide receiver, or he's a running back 2, maybe running back 3, and just see what happens with him.
Yeah, I mean, you said it lightweight best, Jay. It's the usage that you want to look at, and he was getting utilized. He was getting targeted, especially in the red zone, like on the 10-yard line. Right there. He's getting these targets, bro. So he's not going to flop and fall down all the time. And the way that Doug Peterson uses these pass catching backs as a safety blanket, yeah, don't worry about that. But James Robinson, he looked good. Yeah. And James Robinson is coming back from an Achilles tear. So that is a little bit lightweight for me, a testament to what Cam Akers is going through. And I don't think that that's an issue for Cam, but thoughts on James Robinson, bro?
Yeah, James Robinson to me this week is actually a fade of mine. I'm fading James Robinson this week, going up against a tough Indianapolis Colts front 7. This is a tough defense, and last week we saw him get into the end zone. He only had 1 catch last week. To me, that's concerning. 66 yards, 1 catch. So even with the volume touches, if he's not getting in the end zone, he's a hamper to your team. Like, he could potentially be a red flag for your team. So when I look at James Robinson, I think that he's a good, solid, like, flex candidate if you absolutely had to start him. But to me, going up in tougher matchups, you got to try to find somebody else to start. He's not somebody I'd throw in the lineups this week. I think that they have a lot of weapons we didn't see get in the end zone last week. Christian Kirk. We talk about Zay Jones had a drop in the end zone. So to me, there's other weapons on this team. Travis Etienne didn't get in the end zone. I'm not all in on James Robinson. I think when you're looking long-term for the season, he's somebody I'd rather have as a strong bench play than an every week starter.
Yeah, I'm out on James Robinson just for the year. Like, congrats if you got him week 1 and he kind of, you know, went off for you. But really, I mean, James Robinson was a waiver wire damn near end of the draft, most leagues, you know, for me. So I'm good off of James Robinson.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Let me ask you something for this week, right? We got James Robinson going against Indy, right? Are you starting him over Dameon Pierce?
Dameon Pierce is on the bench. I'll start him over Dameon Pierce.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll start him over. Yeah, because you got Rex Burkhead is damn near the guy right now. So, and that's just, yeah.
James Robinson has a role. Dameon Pierce is a backup.
So, okay, so you guys both starting him over Dameon Pierce. Okay.
Yeah.
What about JK?
JK,
I don't think he's healthy.
Yeah, we got to see I want to see JK Dobbins get some carries before I throw him in there.
Yeah. You got to see the
Okay,
workload.
well, are you starting, like, let's say JK sits out. Are you starting him over Drake then?
100%. 100%. The players that I would not start James Robinson over are some of those guys that you were probably like, I don't know if I should start them. The Michael Carters, the Chase Edmonds of the world, the Rashad Pennies.
Jeff Wilson.
Those are the guys. Yes, Jeff Wilson. Those are the guys I'm not starting James Robinson over. Now, James Robinson over some of those other guys that you were hoping were going to be good and they didn't pan out, the Dameon Pierces. I'm trying to think of some of these other, the Cam Akers. Like, yeah, I would start James Robinson over Cam Akers this week too. So the guys with touches that have shown consistent volume, I'm not starting James Robinson over. The Hail Marys that you missed on, start James Robinson over.
So you got him as like a low-end RB2, high-end RB3?
I got him as a high-end RB3, mid-tier RB3, low-end RB3.
All the threes.
All of them.
Don't put RB2 on James Robinson's name because I don't have him as that.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. Not me.
That's Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Okay, well, I can appreciate that, man. But you guys want to talk about your matchup? I mean, what we got going on there, man? We got Jay going through the God Gauntlet, man, taking the L week one to your boy.
You got lucky.
I know
bro.
somebody was out there talking, taking the L. Now he got to go to
DK had to go after that. He caught it, fumbled it, and
Yeah.
that gave you the win because you had a defense too. You know what? I ain't mad at it. It was a good matchup, P. You've had better players than me. So I made a couple changes to the squad, you know what I'm saying? Had to flip a few players, which is what I tend to do. And I recommend anybody, if you're in a fantasy league, if you're watching here on TikTok or you watching here on the Gawdscast, man, throw offers out. Always buy low, sell high. So I flipped Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who had a really strong week last week. I think he's going to be a solid player. But I went after a few guys that I feel like had lower floors when I talk about Alvin Kamara, George Kittle, Mike Williams, who I got before the game. I try to find low floor players and trade high value players for the week. Buy low, sell high is the name of the game. And by the end of the season, your team going to be a problem to deal with.
Dang.
Big facts, man. Big
I mean,
facts.
I'll comment on the matchup, man. It's gonna be a hard one for me. Looking at it, lost Michael Pittman in the game in this week's matchup. Mahomes, still Mahomes putting up 17 points in a tough division matchup against the Chargers, but that's not what I want to see out of Mahomes. I need to see 30, man. I did not get that, and when you have Mike Williams outscoring Mahomes, that's an uphill battle for me. So let's see what happens. I picked up Logan Thomas. I'm hoping the stack will work out for me with Carson Wentz. So we'll see what happens with Jahan. Hopefully you can right the ship, but I'll take 2-0. I'll take 2-0.
You're not taking 2-0. You off to a rough start already, bruh.
Man.
You off to a rough start already.
All right. Okay. Off to a rough start.
1-0 rough start. Yeah. Really rough, man.
Now I'm talking about versus
Mike
me.
Evans?
I'm talking about Pat Mahomes. And Michael Pittman.
Mike Williams.
And Mike Will going off.
You had Pittman. Dan, you got Pittman?
I had Pittman and he had Mike Will. So that's that 25 point swing.
You talking spicy already, huh? It ain't looking good.
What else we gonna do? That's all that's what we do best.
All right, so we got a few more players we want to talk about, but I do want to get through some of these questions here real quick. What you think about MT or M Brown half PPR? I would go MT. Michael Thomas. Yeah, we hop over here. We've been talking about Michael Thomas a lot.
On the YouTube.
Yeah, on the YouTube here. So, these guys having a full ass conversation, huh? I would still play. You know what? They're good. They talk.
Come on, P.
They good.
Peace stalling. Peace
All
stalling.
right,
Here we go. Allen Robinson.
Mike Thomas. Let me go, man. Come on, P. DJ Moore and Mike Thomas is Mike Thomas, man. Dan, would you choose the Buffalo Bills or the Fantasy Gods if you had a big one? Bro, come on, man. I gotta rock with the homies, man.
The gods, baby.
Gotta rock with the
Gods
for a reason. The gods for a reason.
What do you guys expect from George Kittle if he comes back tomorrow? I expect him to be George Kittle, straight up. That's what I expect. I mean, if you're on the field, then it means you're 100% healthy. Stay off the field if you're not 100%, straight up.
George Kittle's 1,008. He's 1,008. What else do you expect?
Rex Burkhead. I'm going to go Jeff Wilson there. Davis Mills or Goff at the Superflex. I like Goff. Go give me Goff on that one. Michael Carter, Allen Robinson. Give me A-Rob all day, every day. Will James Robinson get more touches than ETN? I could see that. I could see him, but I still like the
not
upside.
as many catches.
ETN.
Yeah.
And coming in from TikTok.
TikTok, shout out, Trent.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Trent,
you.
what up? What up? All
right,
so
I'm gonna run off a few real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna run off a few real quick. Let's go with Lockett or Boyd. I'm rolling with Tyler Boyd all day, even if T. Higgins plays. Waddle, M. Brown, Waller or Kirk for the flex. I'm rocking with Jalen Waddle on that one. Hall, Pollard, or Burkhead for the full PPR. Give me Breece Hall in that one, actually. Start Waddle or Deontay. I'm going with Waddle over Deontay. Curtis Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, or Paris Campbell. Going with Ayuk, Campbell, then Curtis Samuel. And last one was are we starting Mike Evans? If he's starting, he's gotten burned by Lattimore. It's been a tough matchup for Mike Evans versus Marshawn Lattimore, man. But I still think you start Mike Evans next week with Chris Godwin officially out. Mike Evans is still a full send.
All right, cool, y'all. So, but let's get into a few other players. Now, this guy I'm talking about he had a slow start, but also mad hyped up. right? So Aaron Jones didn't look too good. He didn't look the best.
Yeah.
And in turn, A.J. Dillon, the guy I called, was looking good and getting catches too, right?
The guy I called.
Hey, don't hate, bro. Y'all was out on him, man. Don't even hate, bro. You already know. Hey, but what are your thoughts on Aaron Jones? Like looking at that game, what do you guys think? He didn't even get that many receptions.
Hey, you know when your heart's beating, you know when you're in the ambulance, and they put that thing and it says clear, and then you cool after that. Relax, bruh. A. Jones is going to be fine. We've been seeing him in a top 10, top 15 role his entire career. Slow down. Chill. Aaron Jones is going to see more work than he probably ever has in his career with Devontae Adams gone. It was a bad week, man. Aaron Rodgers, that whole Packers team was out, bruh. Clear. Put it on, bruh. Get back to normal, man. Get some life in you, dog. We good on Aaron Jones, man.
Yeah, I'm not fading Aaron Jones. I think it's kind of
Chef,
one
what's
last
good?
year. And I talk about outliers all the time, and he's the one of the outliers that you have to go with. I mean, this guy has been productive pretty much his whole career. Go get Aaron Jones. If you can snatch him for the low, snatch Aaron Jones.
Okay. All right, great. I mean, but what do you guys think about A.J. Dillon's actual role? Right? Just talk on it. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, A.J. Dillon is going to be a safe player. Like all season long, I think he was drafted accordingly. He drafted in that round 5 range, I think was a solid value for him. He's probably going to have weeks where he does way better than that. But I think it's a safe place to put him. He's going to be used in the red zone, obviously a high part of this offense. So to me, you could probably bump him up safely. He's an RB2 consistently every week. He won't have the RB1 upside because of the catches. Even though he saw a lot of catches last week and even towards the end of last season, I still think he's going to be a safe RB2 every single week. I should have bumped him up a little bit higher in my rankings early in the season. I'm doing it now.
You got anything to add to that, Dan?
No, I think that's just spot on. I think if you guys were drafting in ESPN or Yahoo leagues, you had to capitalize on their bullshit rankings. AJ Dillon was very, very low on the rankings over there, and if you had to smash that, most people forgot about him. But I think AJ Dillon can be a league winner.
A league winner? You think A.J. Dillon is a league winner? How do you think he's? So you think he's like a top? Hold on a minute, bro. You think A.J. Dillon is a league winner? Like he should be a RB1 every single week. He's gonna be a dog all season long, league win type.
Hold on. First, go ahead and define what you mean by league winner. Define that.
Okay. Let me define league winner. All right. The league winner to me is someone that can finish in the top 12 at their position, right? They can finish at the top 12. Outside of guys that are drafted in the first 3 rounds. Like you have to find those guys. If you don't find those guys, chances are you're probably not going to win. You got to start your draft the first 3 rounds with superstars. Like you have to have a superstar in the first 3 picks. And most of my leagues that I've looked at, I go from team to team. I go, okay, how many superstars do I have? And usually I have 4. Everybody else has 3, 2, 3. If you can hit more superstars, that's what you want. And then league winners, we're talking about those guys that can ascend. And I think A.J. Dillon can get that. If Aaron Jones goes down, he is a league winner.
No, without an Aaron Jones injury, is he a league winner?
Well, again, especially on Yahoo,
hey, it's a yes or no, bro.
Yes, because you were getting him as your RB3, RB4. And to me, I think he can produce RB2 numbers. That alone is a league winner to me by getting him as your RB4.
Nah, because you weren't getting him as your RB4. You were getting him dead zone, like RB2. You had to take A.J. Dillon as an RB2. You weren't getting him as your round 4, RB4, because that's where all the receivers were going. You had to take A.J. Dillon, and he was your RB2. Do you think he reaches RB1 top 15 levels this season? Otherwise, he's not a league winner.
I think he can. Straight up. I think he can reach top 15. I think he can reach top 15. He has the talent. He's going to be used at the goal line. He can catch the ball a little bit. Yes. I mean, we could say the same thing about Kareem Hunt. No, he's in the same situation as Kareem Hunt.
No, we can't.
Almost better because you have a better quarterback. That's how I look at it, man.
You fake as shit, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Dan, I'm with you on that though, man. I've been on this AJ Dillon train the whole fucking time, and y'all was out here pussyfooting. I see Dan came to the right side now, but I ain't even gonna hold you. But the fact that he's big, the fact that he gets those red zone carries, and he catches the rock. Yeah, throw him up there, bro.
Slide AJ Dillon. Let's go.
Let's get it. All right, so I got a few questions coming in here really quick before we get to the next person. Another rain game in SF, yes. Waddle over Deontay, Pitt playing New England. I'm going. Yeah, I'll go Waddle, definitely. Would you still play CD? I would still play CD. Had a big game with Cooper Rush in the past.
Yep.
Justin, yeah, don't fade him. Yeah, he hit on the 7 targets. Okay, so we got here. Jarvis Landry, Miles Sanders, and I get CD, Lamb, and Bateman. Yes or no? Hell yeah. If you're getting CD, Lamb, and Bateman, yeah, for sure, smash it. I would do that just for Bateman, but yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. David Montgomery, Jeff Wilson, trading CEH after Monday. God, yes sir. You trade CEH for the high. I like that. Lock in the value. Jarvis Landry and Miles Sanders. I get CD, Lamb, and Bateman. Yes or no? Absolutely yes. Get CD and Bateman. 100%. What's a good value for D-Hop? Trying to get CEH? Hell, keep D-Hop, bro. Keep D-Hop. If that's a PPR league, keep D-Hop. Yeah, don't try to get CEH. That's the same thing I was telling the other guy to flip CEH. Yes, keep D-Hop. Rashad Penny's good to go even against the Niners. They're going to need him in the run game. Michael Carter over Bateman. I don't love it, but I ain't mad at it either. I would start Bateman, but I get your point. Like if you want to save floor, go with Michael Carter. Henderson, Hunt, or Patterson. Rock with CPAT, Hunt, then Henderson.
What's good, guys? We got Carter, Claypool, or Edmonds. I have Allen and Pittman out. I'm probably still going to rock with Michael Carter. I think he's getting a lot of carries moving forward, but only this week. This is kind of the last week for me with Michael Carter because Breece Hall's there and he's getting catches, man. Look, I'm saying Breece Hall is going to move forward. He should be moving forward and getting that starting role. Jared Goff a streaming option. He's always a streaming option to me, but he shouldn't be your starter. I mean, come on, let's keep it real. He's not should be your starter unless you add Dak.
Not even in Superflex.
If you add Dak, then I guess you got to go with that. Oh yeah, in Superflex for sure. Most leagues are QB1. Any concern with Darnell Mooney? Yeah, we've been saying Darnell Mooney. We're fading Darnell Mooney. Not a big fan of Darnell. So moving on. Loving the insight. We appreciate it. Zeke, Hunt, A-Rob, London, flex spot. I think you still got to go. To me, I'm going Zeke. Like you're going to get 20 touches in this game. So I like Zeke. What do you guys think about that one? I'm a big Zeke fan.
That's a good one. I actually traded for Zeke. I do think A-Rob's going to have a bounce back game, but Zeke's not a person you fade, especially in this situation.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Zeke as well. But Dan, I want to talk about one of the things you said because you said, and this is something I think to know. When I'm looking at Michael Carter and Breece Hall, it's one of the situations where we know the talent is evident. And the talent is right behind on Michael Carter's heels. At some point, this is going to be Breece Hall's offense, right? But is it now? Like they invested in Michael Carter last season. They made him wait towards the end of last season, and he played decent. He's earned the starting role now. Do you think they're just giving it up like that? Because I don't think that. I think Breece Hall is the better talent, but I sometimes think when I even look at like Jonathan Taylor, his rookie year, sometimes it takes until that back half of the season where we see him. Javonte Williams last year, that back half of the season, they have to earn those reps. So to me, I'm not giving up on Michael Carter, especially after this week. I'm not even a huge Michael Carter fan. It's just to me, he's earned it. We saw him produce when he got the touches. I'm not giving up on him for Breece that quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got you. I mean, I think we're just talking about week 2, and for me, let's just kind of see what happens in this game. And I'm playing Michael Carter.
I'm just saying, bro, like
Jay, you pouring your heart out over Michael Carter, but I mean, come on, what the fuck is Michael Carter doing?
It's not.
You're just talking this talk right now.
No, if you have Michael Carter right now, you're flipping him for what? What are you going to get from Michael Carter right now? He can't produce for your team over the next 6 weeks. Like, I'm not a Michael Carter stan by any means, but send that production right now as an RB2, RB3. Like, I would rather have him over James Robinson, straight up.
Michael Carter.
Hell yeah, easy.
I'm with you there. But James Robinson and Michael Carter in similar situations. You got explosive guys right behind him, or really should be in front of him, and see. Ultimately, those guys should take the starting role.
Dan, you're wrong there. You're wrong there, real quick, because they're not in a similar situation, bro. They got defined roles over there in Jacksonville, right? We've seen that same offense that we're running in Philly, right? When they ran that back in Philly. Whereas Brees Hall is going to take over that fucking role. They drafted him as high as they did to take over that role. They didn't draft him to be 1A or even behind, right? They drafted him while they had Michael Carter to tell you everything you need to know about Michael Carter. But we can move on.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, Justin, talk your shit. AJ Dillon, we league winner.
Facts. Facts. You see it? You see it? You already know, bro. AJ Dillon, he ain't no. He's RB2, man.
Pierce to the moon. Burkhead just there to help get the feet wet. Let's see what happens with Pierce. Moving on. AJ Dillon is a league winner.
Corey got your back.
Because the coach called him, and Aaron Jones both 1A, 1B. No clear starter. How is Dillon not a league winner, especially with the volume and passing work? Okay, Corey, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Also, how we feel about the Ravens wide receiver outside of Andrews? Only Bateman.
Yeah, if it ain't Bateman, don't talk to me, bro.
If you got Duvernay, sell his ass.
If you got Duvernay, drop his ass. Motherfucker's trash.
Drop.
Him and Prochet, bro. Like, get off these Ravens receivers, dog.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, cool. So great, yo. Now let's talk about some other players here crazy hyped up on this offseason. Something by y'all, man. I got to call y'all out, man. Y'all was on Pollard tough. Y'all were on Pollard tough, man. Bruh, are you kidding me? We'll talk on Pollard, man. What are you guys thinking about him?
It's the same thing as Naheem Hines. You were getting him as a RB3. It's not like we were locking him in as one of those top guys. It was, hey, in PPR, he has a lot of upside, and he still does. He still carries the same value to me. I'm not sitting there dropping Pollard. I'm not panicking on Pollard. He is who he is. He's going to get 3 to 5 catches at some point in the game. He's going to have probably 5 carries to 7 carries in the game, and he has upside. If you're starting him, you know that he has a super low floor. There's nothing that changed about Pollard. He's not some RB1. He's not going to take over Zeke's role. We've already addressed that in the offseason. A lot of people were too low on Zeke, ourselves included, and that changes. He just doesn't have the same upside. Tony Pollard is not taking over that role. He's a backup. We're not going to see the best of him till later this season anyway.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tony Pollard, but at the end of the day, like, he's still got Zeke ahead of him, and I think that people just kind of forget about Zeke. Like he's not a top 5 running back in the league when he's healthy. Like, come on, man. Zeke has been that dude, and he's not going to just give up, and he's paid that way. So the Cowboys are going to run Zeke into the ground, trying to get value out of that contract. And so to me, like, can Pollard have league-winning upside if Zeke were to go down? I think he can. I think he has that ability shown in his limited time where he's gotten, 10 to 15 touches that he's produced. Like, I had him last year. I like Tony Pollard. Like, he was a solid flex play option. I was like, you know what? Shoot, I was getting 10 to 15 points a game. I was like, this is dope. But at the end of the day, he still got Zeke ahead of him. So, and you were drafting him that way. Like, I made a TikTok post about it. Like, here are all the backup running backs that have great upside for you. And that was Tony Pollard. Like, what were you expecting? We can't expect running back 1, even running back 2 numbers. I wasn't. I don't know where you guys were on TikTok, but
let me clarify this, man. And Dan, you throwing league winning out there a lot on this podcast. But let me clarify, y'all. You, Jay, I'm calling your ass out right now, bro. You was talking about fade Zeke earlier, and you was at fade Zeke because Tony Pollard is going to get that job, or Tony Pollard is much more of a factor. But if we're looking at what Tony Pollard did, would he get 2 receptions? Right? You think that's a factor? What did he have?
Are we playing fantasy week 1? Is this fantasy week 1? It's not. What did Zeke do? Hold on. What did Zeke do? Talk to me. Where's elite Zeke? Where's top 10 Zeke at? You want to talk about?
They didn't rush him, bro. They didn't give him the opportunities.
So now it's the Cowboys' fault. They didn't rush him, but it's not Tony Pollard's fault that they didn't get him to rock, right? So you can't play both sides of the equation. You can't play both sides of the equation at the same time. Hold on a second. Tony Pollard is going to be. Tony Pollard is always trying to get rocks off, man. Tony Pollard he's the younger player. He's not some elite back. He's going to have more of a factor later on in the season. And yes, it's still Zeke's team. We all knew that. But at some point, it's going to fade more in the direction of a 50-50, 60-40 split than it is. Tony Pollard's going to have more of a factor. That's where I think Zeke's value was a little bit lower. Tony Pollard's value is going to creep up as the season goes on. I ain't panicking yet.
I mean, I don't know. To me, I'm thinking Pollard is just he is what he is. He's like a lightweight James
Zeke still rushed 10 times for 52 yards. It's 5.2.
That's 5 yards a carry. with a
I'm
trash
okay with-
O-line, bro. And if you watch that game, he looked good. Last year, you got to throw that out the window. He was playing with that torn MCL. He looked good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You always
I'm
talking
over
about
here
men's
vouching
looks,
for a
bro.
cat.
How they
I
look,
know.
dog.
I was
You
like,
always-
no, let me chill.
Pause.
All right, let me chill. Let me chill.
Justin
But,
Henry is the most intelligent guy. Oh no, we gotta get this.
Yeah,
topic.
man, we need to pin that. Pin that comment, baby. Pin that shit.
Yeah,
Corey,
well,
what-
he got
what
your
do you
name
guys
tattooed on him too.
What do you guys consider league winners? What rounds? So I think for me, it's anything outside of round 6, because you guys can get really good talent there, and then outside of that is when hey, if you lock in on these players like a Gabe Davis or stuff like that, like Rashad Bateman, like those guys, if they hit, those guys will be really league winners for me. Tony Pollard is more of a factor than Zeke. I don't think he's more of a factor, but come on, man.
He just has upside. You got him. You paid 7 rounds
He just
after you
praying
got him.
on Pollard's downfall. Man. Y'all like Julio right now? Give me some thoughts here.
I love Julio.
I think Julio in this spot start is
Love
pretty good.
Julio.
He's the only one that's really healthy. So go get Julio Jones. We're fading everybody but Mike Evans.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. Julio Jones to me is one of those guys. He doesn't have he's not like some wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1, but he has strong wide receiver 3 appeal every single week. We saw what Antonio Brown was in this offense. Julio Jones is going to be that, but imagine the touchdowns, not the reception. So he's hurt right now, so just pay attention injury-wise. I know he was on the questionable side there, but when it comes to Julio, if he's on the field, he produces.
For sure.
Okay.
So.
Dope.
So tomorrow, 9 o'clock, guys. We run it 9 o'clock Pacific
9
time,
a.m.
12
good.
o'clock Eastern.
I'm good with it.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm gonna throw a brisket on the grill, and it's good. So
Hey,
you already know
join
the
us
time,
tomorrow.
man.
Make sure if y'all watching, man, if y'all following the page, make sure you guys follow, subscribe, share, like, whatever the hell it is, engage with this shit. So you see it tomorrow early. We will answer all of your starting sit questions. If we miss you guys in the comments, we'll get it back, man. Shout out, it's the gods, bruh. The gods
You
for a
already know
reason,
how
baby.
we do, baby. Yeah, tap back in, baby.
Dang.
Tap back in.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all saying? Let's go.